Where's the computer? All right. Hi, guys. Welcome to tonight's team call. I'm super excited for this call tonight because we do have a guest speaker, and I actually spoke on her team call last week, or 2 weeks ago, actually, and I spoke about the power of vulnerability and just being yourself on social media. So, but we do have a couple announcements before we give the mic over to Dylan. I just want to make sure she hops on, and then let me just share my screen really quick. Okay. And let me just double check. Okay, so 5 seconds. Let me just shoot her a text. Hey girl, did I? Okay, so we do have, okay, Thursday night team call. It is Team Rise Up Dynasty and Dreamer Society. So if you're on that team, hey girl, what's up? We do have some new emeralds in the house. We have 3 new emeralds. So congratulations to Rachel, and congratulations to Amanda, and congratulations to Jesse for hitting emeralds and unlocking their business. Super excited for you. Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't see you, Dylan. Okay, so congratulations, ladies, for hitting emerald. Super proud of you, unlocking your business. Such an amazing accomplishment, so I'm really proud of you guys. We do have from Dreamer Society and Rise Up Dynasty the Road to Emerald. So these are the ladies that are working their way towards emeralds. Of course, Jessie hit emerald, so you are working your way to diamond. Super proud of you, girl. And other ladies, I believe in you. I know that you're going to hit emerald this week. I feel it. If you have learned anything from Savannah of hitting emeralds in 24 hours, I want you to start thinking today, like, I will, I can, and I will hit emerald in 24 hours. So if you just remind yourself, like, every day, like, I'm going to hit emerald in 24 hours every single day, you can hit it. Like, you can literally hit it. And what did I say? What book was it? What book was it that I told you guys? Build to Last. Build to Last. Get it if you haven't gotten it yet. Amazing book. Road to Emeralds from Rise Up Dynasty. We have Chelsea. Sorry, this is actually a girl can wish, you know. It's okay. Sorry. So Road to Emerald, these are the coaches, Road to Emerald. I didn't change these. This is wrong, you guys. I clearly am not with it today. I was editing this. So these girls are on their way to Emerald. We actually have, Jamie actually only needs 1 more, and these ladies need 2 more. So yeah. We do have our Sprint to Sparkle. So our girls that are on their way to Diamonds. We have Ashley, Rachel, Amanda, Savannah, and my mom. So yes, ladies, and there's also a lot of other ladies from the Dreamer Society. So my bad, Emma. I didn't read your email, so sorry. But I'll shout you guys out next week. And then Road to 2-star Diamond and the 2020 premiere is Team Rise Up Dynasty. So we're getting there, and Dreamer Society too. So yes, this is our recognition. Of course, Brittany Powers. Shout out to her. Yes, we love her. And Emma, of course, trying to New Orleans and just hit some big goals. So this month is Beat Your Best. So if you're a new coach, guess what? Your best is 0. So you have no excuses. You are going to get us to be a success starter. Beat your best for the first 3 months, hit Success Club, and you will become a success starter. So this month, next month, and December, or whatever month you signed up in. So you kind of have a leeway depending on when you signed up and if you have that extra month. So Beat Your Best is still going on. So you should have gotten an email of what your best Success Club point was and what your best volume was. So definitely check that out, FAQ 2275. We are having another coach sneak peek Saturday, October 26th. So just reach out to your coach. I'm going to run one with someone on my team. Hey, be on the lookout, ladies. So I'm going to run one with someone on my team, and Emma, I'm sure, will probably do the same. So be on the lookout for that. But team-wide, What is Coaching, Saturday, October 26th. And another thing, you guys, are you in this group? Because this group, if you're wanting to move your business and get more training or get more ideas or just get more information or post questions, more interaction, more accountability, whatever it is, this is our community creators page. So it is the Dimer Standard Dynasty, Team Confidence, Rise Up Dynasty, and Dreamer Society. It is us four are the leaders of this group. And Alexis and Kimberly have their team call, Team Confidence, on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is the Advanced to Emerald call and the Network Power Hour. And then Thursdays, of course, is our team call. So we kind of collabed and we wanted to create a space for you guys to get more accountability and more information from coaching. So yeah, and I'm gonna give the mic over to Dylan because I love her. If you guys weren't on the call 2 weeks ago, I met Dylan in Indianapolis this past summit, and we were on the bikes. It was like a drinking bike thing. I don't remember what it's called, but we met her on the bike, and she's so amazing, and I love her, and she's super inspirational. So I want to give it over to Dylan. I'm going to stop my screen really quick, and she could talk to you about why she's here. I'm going to mute myself. Dylan?
Yay, but I was still muted. Whoops. Okay, I am going to share my screen because that's how I stay on track, so I won't be all over the place. If it'll pull up, hold on. Okay. All right, super excited to do this. I love team calls. Like I was already telling my girls, like they already know. I'm obsessed with them. Love doing them. Okay. Oops. There we go. All right, so basically what I'm going to talk about tonight is how to rock your business and onboard new coaches even while life is crazy. Okay, so I'm going to start kind of with my story because I know probably a lot of people don't know my story, and I think it is super helpful getting on calls and hearing from different people, understanding where they came from first. So I am a mom of two. My son is about to be 11 months. My daughter is 22 months. They're 11 months apart. I've been doing this for a little over 3 years. I'm a former teacher. I was in the classroom for 6 years, and then in May officially retired, and so now I'm home full-time with my babies. I'm married to a PE teacher. I am coaching full-time. My team was a premier team last year, and we're already premier for this year and about to be elite. We are pushing for superstar right now, so that's super exciting. Multiple star diamond in both business centers, and the number 27 team in the Southeast right now, which is amazing. And literally this time last year, we were like number 800 and something. So it's just crazy. Okay. So along with all those parts, those are kind of like the highlight reel and like the fun stuff to talk about. But I really want to dive into this aspect too, because I think for so many people, we see highlight reels, we see what people accomplish, we see all the accolades, and we totally don't get all the things that were going on behind the scenes. So during these 3 years that I've been coaching, my husband and I were going through fertility treatments, and we were driving to Jacksonville. We ended up getting pregnant with my daughter, and that was a high-risk pregnancy, and I had to go to appointments like every single week, got put on bed rest in the hospital, had a C-section with her, and then at 14 weeks postpartum, found out I was pregnant with my son, which was just like miracle baby, and then had another high-risk pregnancy, got put on bed rest again, had another C-section, so 2 C-sections 11 months apart. And I was pregnant while I had like a teeny tiny baby, which was just madness. I was also teaching full-time the entire time I was working this business. We were Title Money. My husband is a teacher, so it's not like I had any option to stay home if I wasn't coaching, because like teachers out there, you know, teachers make absolutely nothing. We were like getting piled in credit card debt just because we were living beyond our means and getting to the end of every month and like putting more on credit cards because our paychecks were not making ends meet. Also during this time, last year, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer and went through chemo and radiation all through last year. And that's when my team ended a premier team. So all of this to say that just because life is happening to you does not mean that you can't control this one thing. If you leave this call knowing anything, it's that this business has so much potential for you, and it is such a controllable thing that you can pour into. So even when like craziness and life is happening all around you, let this be your constant. Let this be your thing that you can continue to come back to and control and be a positive force in your life, because the crazy things are going to happen. All right. So my first and biggest tip for you guys, this was my word of the year this year. I don't know if you guys do that, like pick your word of the year, but for this year, my word was intention. So being intentional. And my big focus for this year was that I was going to get intentional in all different aspects of my life. So like if I am playing with my kids, guess what? I'm not sending messages. I'm not on my phone. Like I might take some stories of them, but that's it. Like I am intentional with my time with them. If I am working my business or I'm up in the early hours or I'm answering messages or emails, guess what? That's all I'm doing. I'm intentional with that time. And like maybe I have some music playing or maybe I have some personal development playing, but I'm not going to be folding laundry while I'm answering messages. I'm not going to be, I'm trying to think of another example. Anyways, I'm not going to be like multitasking like crazy while I'm trying to do my work. Because if I want to build a business, I have to treat it like a business. And that was a mindset switch that I guess it happened to me like right after I had Baker in November of last year, where I was like, this is it. Like I'm about to sneeze. So I'm like trying to hold it in. Sorry. I was like, this is it. Like I'm going to be staying home full time because I'm not going back to work full time with 2 babies. And it's like right here. I decided that I was going to treat it like a business because I knew in order to stay home, like I had to 10x what I was doing right then, because the way that I was working at the time, like I got lucky. I still hit Success Club. I've hit Success Club every single month since I started coaching because I made it a non-negotiable for myself. But that was like all I was doing. So I would hit Success Club 5 or 6 and then be like, peace, done for the month. Like, phew, I did it. And then I would coast the rest of the month and do nothing. Like I would pour into my groups and do whatever, but I was not continuing to move my business forward. And I had this epiphany literally you guys, like in November, where I was like, I cannot get to a 6-figure business and reach these giant goals I have for my family, for my team, for my children, for our household, for our income, whatever. I can't reach those if I'm just doing the bare minimum. Like the bare minimum's awesome. And if that's what you want out of this business and that's what you want out of your life and you just want to do the bare minimum, that's totally fine because that's your goals and that's your life. But if you want to make this a big time thing, you have to treat it like that. And you have to go beyond what you're comfortable doing. Like get out of your comfort zone and go for bigger things. Set your goals bigger. And I'm going to make you guys do that in just a second. But that's the biggest thing, you guys, is just being intentional. I understand working crazy hours. While I had 2 kids and I was still teaching, like a newborn, and Raleigh was like literally at her first birthday party, I was 3 days out of the hospital. So having 2 babies and teaching, I would get up at 4:30 every single morning and work out and then go to teach, like get my babies ready, then go to teach, then come home. Like I was just super intentional with that time because I had big goals, because I had a vision, because I knew I was going to make this a full-time thing. So honestly, you have to have a vision in order to know what you have to have a vision and know what your goals are in order to decide how much you need to do. In order to get intentional with your time, you have to have that goal and vision. It can't just be, I want to hit diamond. Why do you want to hit diamond? What is that going to do for your life? If you hit diamond, awesome. That's like a big step in leadership. What are you going to do once you hit it? Are you just going to sit there? Are you going to stay at that? Like, what does that do for your life? What does that contribute to your life? So having those tangible goals is awesome. Maybe you think bigger than that. Maybe you have a bunch of student loans and you need to pay those off. And you're like, okay, by the end of next year, I will pay off all my student loans. Awesome. That's a big goal. So in order to get to that huge goal, you have to have tangible goals along the way. So hitting diamond would be a big one. If you want to make an income with this business, I'm sorry, but as an Emerald coach, you're not going to make 6 figures. So you have to move yourself forward. Even as a diamond coach, you're probably not going to make 6 figures. But knowing those things, like those are the steps. Those are the steps that any of those top coaches have taken. Those are the steps that are going to get you to that big place in your business and make this a full-time thing and literally let you live the life of your dreams. Like so much freedom, so much possibility on your time, on your hours. It's just amazing. And so in order to get there, you have to hit those steps along the way. So 3 different things I want you to ask yourself. Where do you want to be by the end of this year? Where do you see yourself at the end of next year? And where do you see yourself in 5 years? So I'm going to give you guys like 1 minute, and I want you to write those down. Even if you already have them written down 50,000 other places, I want you to take a second. If you have your phone, type it in your phone, but actually like write it down. So where do you want to be by the end of this year? Where do you see yourself at the end of next year? And where do you see yourself in 5 years? And like get as specific as you want. If you see yourself in the house of your dreams, write it down. If you see yourself planning a wedding, write it down. If you see yourself with kids, write it down. And I saw somebody's driving, so hopefully you're not writing it down, but everybody else has to do it. And I'm telling you, there's something about writing these things down and having them in front of you and writing it down every single day and reading it every single day that brings it to fruition. Like it's crazy magic, but it genuinely does. Like it really does it. I wrote down on my vision board in January, we had a vision board call. I'm just going to tell you guys this story while you're all supposed to be writing. We had a vision board call with my team, and I wrote on my vision board that I was going to be speaking at a Beachbody event. And I was like, Dylan, as if that's going to happen. I was like, maybe I write it down now, and next year I'll get invited to do something. I got invited to be with a speaker at the Orlando Super Sunday next month, which is like crazy because literally I put it on my vision board that I wanted to speak at a Beachbody event, and look at that, like just out of the clouds before the year ends. Like it's the craziest thing. So genuinely write those things down, even if they seem absolutely ridiculous. All right, so now that you have your vision, what I want you guys to do is reverse engineer that and figure out what you need to accomplish first. So kind of like I said a second ago, if your vision is to pay off student loans and be debt-free by the end of next year, awesome. Let's look backwards and let's see what you need to do first in order to get yourself there. So if that means that your business needs to move forward and you're like, I just need to hit 5-star. I want to help my coaches to build their successful business. I want to make 6 figures. I want to do this. So you need to look back and see what you need to do, like what goal points you need to hit first. So if you're an Emerald coach, what's going to be the first thing that you need to do? So first you need to hit Diamond. And then once you hit Diamond, I'm telling you guys right now, once you hit 2-star and you can open your second business center, that's when you see a more substantial income coming in. So if that's a goal for you guys, then 2-star needs to be like on your path, on your roadmap. So take a look at where you are now. And this could be with your business. Maybe you don't have huge business goals. Maybe it's just, I want to lose X amount of pounds. I want to fit into my wedding dress. I want to, like, whatever those types of goals are, this totally applies to that too. But you need to look at where you are now. Where do you need to be, and what daily activities? So every single day showing up, what is it going to take to get you there? So if you need to be building up your team, awesome. How are you going to do that? You need to be inviting. You need to be sharing about it. You need to be showing up to your journey, and you need to be helping your coaches to do the same thing. And those activities that are going to get you to that point, those have to be a priority. If you don't make those daily activities a priority, then guess what? Your vision is not a priority. Your goal is not a priority. If it's a priority, you're going to show up for it every day, even when it gets hard. Your income producing activities, your IPAs, not the beer, those have to come first. So like when I wake up in the morning, I always do my devotional, I do my prayer journal, and then I also do my last 90 days. But those are things that are going to move my mind and my body forward. But the first things that I do for my business, I'm not going in and answering messages. I'm not going in and answering emails. I always sit down first and I send out invites every single morning. Like I don't even open up those messages until I send out those invites first, because that's what's going to move my business forward. Yes, I need to get back to those emails. I need to get back to those messages and respond to those people. But I know that inviting people and connecting with people and reaching out to people and talking to them every single day, that's the biggest thing that's going to move my business forward. It's also the thing that for so many people is the scariest and that they put off till the last minute. And then it gets to the end of the night and they're like, oh gosh, well, I didn't get to them today, but I'll just do twice as many tomorrow. Like I'll maybe get up like 15 minutes earlier and I'll send them out then. And guess what happens? The next day rolls around and they're super tired and they stayed up too late the night before. I'm like speaking from my own life, and then they don't end up doing the things. Or maybe you send out a few this day and you're rocking it. But guess what? If I send 100 invites one day and I don't invite for the rest of the week, that's not going to move my business forward. It's the same thing. If I eat a salad one day, I'm not healthy the rest of the week. Like just because I eat a salad one day and I eat chili cheese fries the rest of the week, I am not healthy. It's the same thing in this business. You have to do it every single day. And you guys, if you're doing these things, you're doing those vital behaviors, you're inviting, you're sharing on your page, you are showing up to your journey, you are going to move your business forward. Like there's no shortcut, there's no like quick fix, there's none of that. You just have to do those things every single day. And if you're doing those things and you're like, well, I'm doing them and then nothing's happening, then you need to do more. If you're sending 10 invites every day, double it, send 20. If you're sending 20 already, double it, send 40, see what happens. Do it for one entire month and see what happens. Okay. So this one is a big one for me because I think when I ask people to tell me what their goals are, or they come into a push group or they're setting a vision or a goal for themselves, it's always, well, I want to hit diamond by Thanksgiving. Well, I'm going to try to hit diamond by Thanksgiving. Guess what? Anybody who tells me I want to or I'm going to try probably isn't going to do it. But if they come to me and they say, oh no, I will be diamond by November 21st, guess what? They just 10x their chances of getting there by November 21st. And if they tell themselves every single morning, or they write down every single morning, I will be diamond by November 21st, they're going to do it. You're putting it into writing and your brain is connecting to that and you're going to make that happen, like 100%. But if you go into it every morning and you're like, I guess maybe like I might be diamond, I'm going to try to be diamond by November 21st. Guess what? That I'm going to try or I want to means that you still have some self-doubt in the back of your mind that questions whether you can actually do it. And that self-doubt or those limiting beliefs, that's the only thing that's going to hold you back from hitting it. If you're doing all the steps, but you're still doubting it, that doubt needs to leave. If you're not doing the steps and you're still doubting it, then you need to reassess what your goals are. But you need to change it. I will be here. I will do this. Don't question it. This is another one that's been a huge one, a survival list. So I made my girls do this in my very first diamond internship at the beginning of the year. But what I made them do, so you guys wrote down some daily activities. You should know those daily activities. Let's say every morning I'm like, okay, daily activities. I know that I'm going to send out 50 invites. I'm going to answer all my messages. I'm going to add 30 people to my network, like coming up with all of those. Awesome. You've got your daily activities that you're going to do every single day. Guess what? One day your snooze doesn't work, your snooze button, and your alarm doesn't go off, or your kid is sick, or you're running late, or you're sick. All of those things are going to happen. But you need to make this business like brushing your teeth. If my kids get sick, guess what? I'm still brushing my teeth that day. If my alarm goes off late, guess what? I'm still brushing my teeth that day. If those things are happening around me, I'm still going to brush my teeth. Like even when life gets hard, I'm still going to do that because that's part of my routine. Now, maybe on my survival list days, I cut it down a little bit. So it's been an insane day and none of my things got done. I didn't get up early like I meant to. So instead, I'm going to look at my survival list. Maybe instead of 50 invites, my survival list says send 10. Maybe instead of following up with all my people, I take 5 minutes to follow up. Like just sit down 5 minutes, follow up with some people. Maybe instead of adding 30 people to my network, I add 5. But basically what it is cutting down those things that you're doing every single day so that on the hard days, when those times come up, when life gets insane, you have a survival list to go back to. So that it's not a day where you're like, well, this was a wash. I didn't do anything today. I'll just get back to it tomorrow. Today sucked, whatever. No, before your head hits the pillow, you need to get that survival list done because you're still moving your business forward. You're still going to do the things. And you guys, the things on our to-do list are like the things for this business. I know sometimes we're like, oh, invites, I don't feel like sending them today. But genuinely, think about what your business is. Think about the actual work that you're asked to do or that's going to move you forward. Like, what are those things? I can sit in my pajamas and sip a glass of wine while I send invites to people. I can lay on the couch, watch The Office, and add people to my network. I can go in and I can work out every single day and post that to my stories. Like, what other job allows you to do that and the potential to make six figures, $1 million, any of that? I don't know another job that does that. And guess what? It's totally up to you. Like, you decide what your income is going to be. You decide when you get a raise. You're not sitting around waiting. You're not having to drive somewhere every day. Like, you literally can do this from the comfort of your home whenever you want to. But you have to do it. Okay. So now putting those steps into action. So now you know exactly all the things you want to do, you need to do, you know your goals. So now it's time to build your team. So your rock star team. Okay, so in order to do this, I want you guys to do a social media audit. I'm trying to move myself out of the way because I only see myself right now. Okay, there we go. So a social media audit. So if you look at your page, is your store open? So basically what I mean by this is our storefront is our social media. Like, that's how we build our business. I'm going to use Instagram as an example. I don't know if anybody uses Facebook to build theirs. I use Instagram. But like, my Instagram is my storefront. That's where people see me. That's where they see me show up. But if I have days where, again, like today sucked, it was hard, whatever, and I don't show up, or this week was hard and I don't show up for a week, guess what that looks like? Maybe somebody looked at that and they're like, I see Gabby. I remember that she had this group that was going on, and they go to your page and they're going to sign up with you, and they see that you haven't posted in a week and you don't have any stories shown. Guess what? They think that your shop is closed and they're not going to come. You have to show up every day, even on the hard days. It's easy to show up too, you guys. Like, even when it's hard, show up on your stories. Tell people. You don't have to go into extreme detail, but just tell people today was hard, and use that as a way to motivate yourself to move forward. Today was hard, but I know that I feel better after my workout, so I'm going to get my workout done. Today sucked, but here's what I'm going to do about it. Here's the positive actions that I'm going to take. Who else had a really crappy day and wants to do this with me? Show people, be a motivation to them, because other people out there may have had just as crappy of a day as you just had. And they need you to show them that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and show them positive steps that they can take in their life. So first of all, is your store open? So when you look at your page, can you tell that you are coaching, that you have a group to offer? Do you have a transformation picture shown? I highly recommend that in your top 6 pictures on your page, you have at least one transformation. A super easy way to do that is every Tuesday, you should be posting a transformation. Every single Tuesday. No excuses. So every single Tuesday, have a transformation. Because when someone comes to your page, that's evidence that what you're doing is working. And as human beings, we are very evidence-based, and we want proof that what somebody's doing is actually working. I can show up and I can talk all day long about how I feel, but until I show somebody evidence of it, that's when they truly believe. And I tell you what, I was terrified to post transformation pictures at first because teaching, I was like, I don't want to show my stomach just in case parents see it or something like that. But finally I was like, do I want to build this to be a full-time thing or not? So I started sharing them. And the second I shared a transformation picture and showed evidence that what I was doing was working, I had people like coming out of like nowhere that I was like, I didn't even know you were seeing my stuff. You've literally never liked anything, coming to me and saying, okay, what are you doing? I want to do it. And from that point, I was like, I need to share more transformation. So you guys, I challenge you that every week, like, you can take a screenshot of your Instagram page and look at it and say, when I'm looking at my page, do I see any transformations? And if not, then when you get off this call, post one. Or do it for Friday, Flashback Friday, and do a side-by-side transformation. But you should have one there every single time. So your other posts can be about whatever you want them to be. It could be different things of your life, tying in your story, but you should see at least one transformation picture. Is your page inviting? So would you look at your page from an outsider's perspective? Would you look at your page and be like, I would want to join in with her. Like, I think I like the looks of it. It's positive. It's inviting to me. I am drawn into it. Is it inviting? And if not, figure out what you can fix. Is it light? Is it positive? Is it colorful? Whatever would draw you in. When you read the bio, is it something that you relate to? Do you talk about all the things that you invite to? If you don't ever talk about coaching, you don't ever talk about your coach work, you don't ever talk about your team, you don't ever share about team calls, then guess what? You can't invite to coaching. Like, genuinely, you can't invite to it because you're not even sharing about it. So you have to go onto your page and look, did I talk about the work that I'm doing? When I get on team calls, am I sharing that I'm getting on a team call? Am I talking about my team? Am I talking about, even if you made $5 this week, awesome, I got to get this Starbucks latte today because of my coaching paycheck. Cool. Like, that's something that other people may look at and be like, dang, I don't have enough money to go get a latte today. So even those small wins are huge for other people. So make sure that you're sharing about coaching. If you want to build a team, you have to be sharing about it. Do you talk about it? So that's kind of the same thing. So do you talk about your upcoming mentorships? I mean, Instagram stories, you guys, make it so easy now to share about these different things. So having some kind of story where you're talking about, I'm adding this many people to my upcoming mentorship who wants to learn more about what I do as a coach, and kind of going through those steps and invite people that way. Hey, I don't know if you saw my stories. I was talking about coaching. I think you'd be a perfect addition to this team. Can I send you some more information? When you look at your stuff, would you want to join you? So are you someone that seems positive and motivating? Do you show up every day? Would you inspire other people? And if you're not the coach that you would want to join your team, or you're not the coach that you would want to sign up under, figure out what needs to change and then change it. Like, be that perfect coach that you would want to have. Like, who is your ideal person that you'd want to have as a coach? Or who is that ideal coach that you'd want to come sign up under you? And then a big one that I have found is super helpful is to just think, like, in your posts every single day, in your stories every single day, think about, who were you? So who was I before I started coaching? What was I struggling with? What financial stage was I in? What life stage was I in? What was my job? What was I feeling every single day? What did I look forward to? What did I dread? Think about those things, because honestly, your ideal person to join your team is going to be in a very similar situation as you. And when you go into a post and you're sharing on your page, think about those things. So what would I have wanted to read when I was in that point in time? Like, what is something that would have related to me where I'm like, whoa, that's me right now. Like, that's where I want to be. Like, that's me in this stage right now, and here's where I want to be. That's where transformations can be huge too, you guys. Also thinking, who are you now? So yes, you used to be in this point. Maybe you're not at your goal weight, or you're not at your goal income, or you're not at your goal rank or whatever, but who are you now? Like, how have you grown as a person? Because you have to have grown since you started doing this. Whether it's, I've been more consistent with my workouts. I have broken out of my shell and I'm leading team calls now. I have, found my voice again. I found my confidence. So who are you now? What has changed from when you started to right now? And share about that. And then also think, why did you join into this? So when you saw your coach sharing about this, what was it that made you want to join in? Because guess what? If Gabby wanted to join in because she saw somebody sharing about community and fun and income potential, then guess what's going to attract the other Gabbies out there? The fun, the community, and the income potential. So that's how you're going to bring in those people on your team, is that you have to share about those things. And then go into every single day speaking to the other yous out there. So write a post, like, genuinely, it sounds so like narcissistic, but in your post every single day, it needs to be like a love letter to yourself. What are you saying to the Chelsea of last year, or the Chelsea of 2 years ago? And think about that and speak to that person every single day. And then reach out to the other yous and invite them to join in with you. All right, so a quick reflection time. Oop. Wait, close your eyes. Okay, quick reflection time. All right, so really quick, I want you guys in the chat to type and be honest. Would you pay yourself 6 figures for the work that you did this past week? Like, would you look at that as a boss and be like, you know what? You earned 6 figures this week. No, nope. What else? Nope. Hell nope. 100% nope. Thumbs down. And all of you guys that are saying no, figure out why. Why wouldn't you pay yourself 6 figures? What can you do more of? What can you do better? How can you show up more for yourself so that you can pay yourself 6 figures? You guys, that kind of reflection is huge because that's how you move yourself forward. Reflecting, giving yourself grace, deciding what's going to change, and move yourself forward. So pretty much everyone said no. So next Thursday, I want you to ask yourself again, would I pay myself 6 figures for the work I did this past week? And if the answer is still no, you need to change it up some more. Every single Thursday, I say Thursday because that's like our payday, beginning of the week. Every single Thursday, I want you to reflect and ask yourself that. Look back at your week and decide, am I doing the things that it's going to take? And if not, how am I going to change it? All right, so now I'm sure you guys are all pushing for a goal, have some kind of, I mean, I saw in the beginning, you guys all have like emerald, diamond pushes. So what if I told you that whatever your goal is, whatever your vision is, all of it, that next Thursday was your deadline? Like, that's it. You need to hit it on that day. How would you work this entire week? How would you hustle this entire week to get there by next Thursday? And that's my challenge to you. Why do we wait till it is the final week to hustle? Like, if your goal, I mean, I know November 21st is when ranks need to be held, but why do we wait till the week of November 21st to push our business forward because that's the final week? What if you spent this week pushing like it's the final week? And guess what? Even if you spent this week acting like it's the final week and you don't hit your goal, you still have another week where you can hustle and act like it's the final week. But you've gotten yourself closer than you would be. Instead of just kind of like dilly-dallying around, kind of doing invites, kind of showing up, act like it's your final week. All right, so here's another one. What if I told you that you could make $1 million if you hit diamond or star diamond by next Thursday? What would you do this week? How much work would you do this week if that was on the table? Like, would that motivate you to move forward? Like, would you not be busting your butt every single day, staying up late, doing all the things to get yourself there? And you guys, you can make $1 million in this business. 100%. So if that's something that motivates you, then spend every week treating it like that. Okay, here's one more that might be motivating. I'm trying to speak to all different types. What if I told you that Chris Hemsworth wants to have lunch with you if you hit your goal by next Thursday? Would you bust your butt this week? Like, would you hustle this week and do all the things? I would. And I'm a married woman. I totally would do it. I have no shame in saying that. Treat your business like a business and you'll get paid like a business owner. If you treat it like a hobby, you'll get a paycheck every now and then. But if you treat it like a business, it's going to be a business. 100%. So my goal for every single one of you going from now till next Thursday is to hustle like Chris Hemsworth is waiting for you Thursday morning. Okay? With your favorite meal, a mimosa, whatever you want. Okay? All right, that's all I have. If you guys have questions or anything, I will stop sharing my screen. Hopefully that was helpful.
I'm just dying over the Chris Hemsworth one. I literally okay, I'm good. That is I can't.
Thank you.
Okay. No, that was seriously so good. Like, I'm obsessed right now. I like 3 pages of notes and like most of it, Dylan, is like, and some of you can probably relate to this. And if you guys have questions, post in the chat box or get ready to unmute yourself. But most of this is stuff that like I've already heard, like, you know what I mean? But in a different way. So I love that, you know, I mean, to be totally honest, like, would you pay yourself 6 figures for the work you did this week? Like, fuck no, I wouldn't. Like, let's be honest, you know? And what Dylan said in the beginning is something that I really want you guys to, like, really remember, because we are in that Diamond Sprint group and we do have goals like hitting Premiere and buy for 2020 and stuff like that. So what you guys, like, this is Dylan had so much going on in her life. I've had so much go on in my life. I went through a divorce. Dylan had, you know, what she said in the beginning, and Emma the same way. Like, there is no excuse for you not to hit your goals other than you don't want it that bad. Like, literally, that's it. Because at the end of the day, like, everyone has the same amount of hours in the day, and like Beyonce poops, that's what Angie Lee says, but like Beyonce poops, like literally, like, you have no excuse. So do you want it or do you not want it? Because guess what, your excuses of, oh, there's no one out there, I'm getting a bunch of no's and blah blah, good, go for more no's, figure it out. Everything is figure outable in this business. And like I said in the beginning, like, you can literally hit emerald by tonight. It just depends on how bad you want it. So that's all I'm going to say. Does anyone have any questions? Let me look at the chat box. Does anyone have any questions?
I will say too, one thing when you were just talking about no's, one thing I challenge you guys to do every time that someone tells you no, I challenge you to send 3 more invites. Like, reach out to 3 more people. Every single time someone says no, not right now, it's not for me, send out 3 more. Every time. Yeah. Because then you're like, oh, thank you. You just helped me move my business forward more, because I'm going to reach out to 3 more people. So it's kind of nice getting a no.
There's always a positive out of a negative. I don't like that's like the mindset that you have to have, guys. Like, I love when I get no's, because I'm literally like, it might be like, I'm so like petty in this way, but I'm like, okay, no, like, that's fine. I'm going to still work on me. When you're ready, let me know, because like, you guys know the gift that you have, and sometimes people just aren't ready, and that leaves the opportunity an open door for someone that is. So just because you're getting a no doesn't mean that you suck as a coach. It means you have more work to do, right? So just wanted to say that. So does anyone have any questions? Dylan, that was so good. Seriously, thank you.
Oh, good. Good. And you guys, literally the only way to fail in this business is to quit. That's it. Like, there's no such thing as like if you just keep going, you're already succeeding. But if you stop or you quit, that's how you fail.
I mean, it's so true. Like, it's so true. And it's funny when I do have coaches quit, and I'm like, hey, like, is there anything I did wrong? And they're like, no, it's just like me. And I'm like, okay. So you guys, you can't fail in this business, to be totally honest. If anything, it's a learning experience, and you're growing as a person. And so yeah. So we're all going to hit big goals, and we're all going to make 6 figures this week, right?
Yes. Do you guys mind if I do, was somebody else, I didn't know if somebody was about to say something. A boomerang.
No.
My girls already know I take boomerangs.
Yeah, and you're really good at taking it, so go right ahead and take it.
Yes. Okay, let me make sure I've got this button ready to go.
Perfect.
All right, ready? Hold on. The lighting's weird. Okay, there we go. Everybody's showing themselves. All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
So cute.
Yay. Okay.
Love us.
Saving it. I'll send it to you, Gabby.
Thank you. And thank you so much for taking the time to hop on our
podcast.
And I seriously, like, I need to come visit you.
Yes, anytime. You come on up.
Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week, and have a good night. Go send some invites. Bye.